Yo, what's good? Listen, we just came back from Axon's video on things that MCU are too afraid to adapt correctly video, right? And now, since I saw Doctor Doom in that video, I stumbled upon this one where it's talking about Doctor Doom being the best villain of all time. So yes, we'll be joining into the Glaze train because I love Doctor Doom, and I'm sure you love Doctor Doom too, and MCU is on the Doctor Doom train right now. So let's just keep glazing Doctor Doom, you feel me? Enough of the yapping, let's go, because I yap a lot, I'm sorry. And I don't shake my hands. Okay, I'm talking fast, let's get out of here.
When you think of the best supervillains, who do you think of? Is it a Joker? Is it a Thanos?
No,
Maybe an Ultron, Magneto,
Thanos is not part of
Bane,
it.
or Reverse Flash even. All these villains are amazing, but there is one villain who stands above the rest as the greatest villain to ever be put on screen and in the pages of a comic book. And his name is Doctor Doom.
Doom
Now,
Doctor, yeah.
Doom is just on a different level compared to the rest of the best villains.
Yo, low-key, that hallway scene, 20 seconds in, I'm already pausing. Sorry. Low-key, that hallway scene reminded me of the, who was there during the TikTok era of when, the Thinker, when they were doing versus battles, and the Thinker was like in the hallway. All right, sorry, random tangent.
Doctor Doom is just on a different level compared to the rest of the best villains. While the Joker is robbing banks, Doctor Doom is leading a whole country. While Spider-Man is trying to get a part-time job at Domino's, Doctor Doom is sitting on his own throne, drinking out of a golden cup. While the Avengers are trying to defeat Thanos,
okay, bro, this is kind of crazy.
Doctor Doom can take down Thanos with his own two hands. And for the people who don't know about this iconic scene where Doctor Doom rips out Thanos' spine like a Mortal Kombat character, let me explain it to you, because this comic panel is pretty peak and has a lot of lore behind it. So what happens is Doom is pretty much so strong that he's reached god levels of power, and Thanos really steps up to Doom like he stands a chance. Then Doom says to Thanos, "Look, if you bow down before me, I'll spare you, Thanos." Then Thanos says, "You're a weak god, and you should bow down to me," and then goes on to say, "I don't need an Infinity Gauntlet to defeat you. I am the great tyrant to Thanos. That will be enough to defeat you, Doctor Doom."
So?
And then Doctor Doom does the most craziest thing ever. He rips out Thanos' spine in seconds without Thanos being able to react, and drops this bar.
That appears untrue.
And Doctor Doom is just one of the biggest menaces of all time, to the point where he's pretty much on the Mount Rushmore of hating alongside.
Okay, so I see Dio there, but which is true. Dio is true. He's a hater. But if we're keeping it into the comic character like category, low key, I want to replace that with Green Goblin. That is a W pick. I may be missing another character who's better than Green Goblin, but for now, or Sabretooth the Green Goblin. Let's give it to Green Goblin.
Some of the greatest haters in all of fiction. Like Doctor Doom's hatred for the Fantastic Four is unmatched. Doctor Doom has been tormenting the Fantastic Four for decades now, and has been tormenting them across multiverses, to the point where even in Fortnite, yes, the game Fortnite, Doctor Doom has eliminated all the Fantastic Four and uses the remains as trophies in his throne room. Like, he turned Thing arguably one of the strongest characters in Marvel Universe, a character who can even rival Hulk, and Hulk and Thing have faced off many times, and the Thing doesn't die, he holds his own. And even though the Thing is so strong, Doctor Doom turns him into his own chair.
Is this in Fortnite? Oh, yo, his hands are on the arm. Oh, no.
Which is just crazy disrespect. Like, I know that must suck for the Thing. Like, you don't even get a proper burial. You just end up being a chair for your biggest op. And it doesn't even stop there. Doctor Doom has turned Human Torch's heart into a fireplace, which means that Doctor Doom ripped out Human Torch's heart while he's on Flame On. And in case you guys don't know, when the Human Torch is on Flame On, he's as hot as the sun. So Doctor Doom being able to defeat Human Torch while being as hot as the sun is pretty crazy. And when Doctor Doom took out Human Torch's heart, he decided to take his name literally and make him into a real life Flame Torch, which is a pretty
What about Invisible Woman and Reed?
At least we know Doctor Doom has a cruel sense of humor. And he didn't do all these horrendous acts to just the Fantastic Four. He also defeated Doctor Strange, Magneto, Thanos, Ultron, Moon Knight. And if we talk about the Marvel Comics, he's pretty much defeated every single character in Marvel history. And sometimes when DC and Marvel crossed over, he defeated some of the DC characters too. It's pretty crazy to have on a resume of this type of villain. But the one who got it the worst was Reed Richards, because Doctor Doom turned him into his own personal bouncing ball, and is still alive, but is forced to be Doctor Doom's kickball for the rest of his life, which is probably
that should look like a crazy 8-ball mixed with those rubber band balls that takes like all the rubber bands that you gotta put on it. Oh my gosh.
A fate worse than death. Now, if you want to know why Doctor Doom has so much hatred in his heart for Mr. Fantastic, it's because they have a lot of history behind them and have one of the biggest rivalries in all of fiction. The reason their beef started was because Doctor Doom and Reed Richards were both the smartest minds and butted heads a lot, until one of their experiments went wrong and it scarred Doctor Doom's face, making him put on his iconic Doom mask that we all know today. And because he got scarred by Reed Richards and he's his intellectual rival, Doctor Doom became so petty, he's always trying to one-up Reed Richards at any any moment he can. And there has been countless times that Doctor Doom has tried to ruin Reed Richards' life, whether it be in animation, whether it be in a comic, whether it be in movies. You know,
Literally-
Doctor Doom will always have a hatred for Mr. Fantastic at any point in time. And
Literally,
what's
I remember the episode. There's an episode in the Fantastic Four cartoon. Was it like the second episode or something like that? When when Reed woke up as Doom in a freaking encased trap, and Doom made a whole scheme to switch bodies with them to ruin his life or to become Reed while he kept him in the thing. No powers. No, he's like, you're not using your powers. I snatch all that shit away. I'm like, bro, what the hell, gang? A random ass Tuesday, by the way.
What's crazy is that even though Doctor Doom does all this crazy stuff to Reed Richards, you would think Reed Richards will call the cops, fight back or do something to, make Doctor Doom stop. But there's something that Doctor Doom has that he can keep on bothering Reed Richards for the rest of his life. And that's because Doctor Doom is a literal king of a country named Latveria in the Marvel Universe. Which
That's
means
actually
Reed
crazy.
Richards, Mr. Fantastic, can't do anything to Doctor Doom. Because if he fights back, he could start a war against the two countries. Which makes Doctor Doom kind of untouchable. He can pretty much take on Reed Richards and really have no consequences to it, which makes a pretty funny dynamic in the comics.
Very
and
funny.
Makes it pretty fun to see where Doctor Doom can literally get away with pretty much anything. And not only does Doctor Doom have like the wealth of a king, he also has the intellect to rival Reed Richards. But what also puts him to another level is that he also has a power of magic. So he pretty much is a scientist with magic powers, and he has the riches of a king, which just makes him like super strong in any situation.
Way too
He's
strong.
Pretty much Batman mixed with Doctor Strange mixed with Mr. Fantastic, which makes him one of the
And Iron
strongest
Man.
and smartest and most powerful characters in the Marvel Universe, which just makes Doctor Doom have so much aura compared to every other villain. Where even in the movies where we get a watered down Doctor Doom from the comics, he's still on demon timing. Like in the Fan Four Stick movie, which is a bad movie, but has this amazing scene where Doom wakes up and walks down a hallway with a bunch of people
Like he's
and
the thinker.
soldiers and just starts popping their heads with just his mind. And then when a whole SWAT team starts shooting at him, he has his own force field that protects him from all these bullets and then obliterates this whole entire SWAT team with just a thought. It is honestly such a great scene in such a bad movie. And it was obviously inspired by the iconic Alfred Lied hallway scene where she escapes a facility and murks a whole bunch of guards with AKs. And it's what the Doctor Doom scene was trying to achieve, but obviously the anime did it 10 times better. What also made this original scene so much better was it had classical music playing in the background, which just made it so
damn, I'm looking-
cool and
where's this
so
even from?
eerie and
I forgot what he
creepy and
said.
so amazing.
Oh shit.
And it kind of saddens me to see that if they
Damn.
committed to this Doctor Doom where he's like Lucy from Elf and Lied, the anime, it would have been so peak.
Elfin, what? Oh, Lefferheim. Gotcha. Lefferheim. Seems like I'm
But
playing
instead we got
Expedition
this stinker of a
33.
movie, a fan forced it.
Gotta say, it's fantastic.
Say that again?
It's fantastic.
And the Fan Four Stick movie could have been so much better if we got the original version the director wanted to make, where Doctor Doom was a herald of Galactus, which pretty much means that he would have been the Silver Surfer in this universe in terms of how powerful he would have been. But obviously there was a lot of studio interference with this movie, and instead we got this stinker of a movie. But anyways, another great Doctor Doom scene was in the Fantastic Four Rise of the Silver Surfer, where the whole movie he's trying to get the Silver Board, and when he does get Silver Surfer's board, he becomes so powerful by having his original powers of Doctor Doom and having the powers of the Silver Surfer. And the only reason he really loses is because of, the plot, because realistically, if he gave Doctor Doom the powers of the Silver Surfer, he's most likely the
Bro.
strongest person in the MCU. But
Bro, why did they even off topic side tangent? Why the fuck? I don't know if this is a comic thing or if it's like they made this movie gave Johnny all the powers via touch or whatever. It was so corny, bro.
either way, at least we got this cool looking
Cloud
outfit with
Galactus.
Doctor Doom with this silver coating on his suits, which looks pretty well done.
Yeah,
for
but
the
too
time.
bad it was too dark to really see his colors for her. Like, come on, bro.
Give
Whatever.
credit to that. The effects look pretty good in these movies. Like the Human Torch's flame on and the Silver Surfer's design were always amazing and were always pretty peak that you can't really knock it for its visual effects.
Facts.
Except for maybe, Mr. Fantastic stretching all about. Because man, that dancing scene in the bar looks pretty bad.
No, No, it doesn't.
Speaking on design,
It looks
there's
good.
no doubt that Doctor Doom has one of the best designs in all of fiction and even all of history. When it comes to his just general outfit, I think it's pretty iconic, and changing the Doctor Doom look never worked. You just always had to go for the classic Latveria outfit. Not to mention, when it comes to his iconic mask, it is up there as one of the most iconic masks of all time.
Agreed.
The only other mask I can really even think that can rival Doom's mask is maybe Darth Vader's mask. Not to mention, Doctor Doom having
true.
a cape is always gonna look really cool, especially when it's a villain. Because when you give a villain a cape, he will always look so much cooler because it just adds so much aura to a character. Like, think about all the best villains always have capes. Think of a Homelander.
I just realized he knocked out T'Challa with one headbutt and like, you get it done like that, Black Panther?
Think of a Magneto. Think of a Doctor Doom. Think of a Darth Vader. When villains have capes, you just know they're about to be so cool. What also adds to how cool Doctor Doom is just all the images and all the panels of him sitting on his throne. Like, just seeing this picture of Doctor Doom sitting on his throne just has so much aura to it. Like, is there anything more cool than a character just sitting on a throne?
Doctor Doom has aura no matter what he does, bro. He's always fit. He's always checking out the cameras. He knows a camera's out there, so he stay dripped up. There's never a time or place where he's not dripped up, bro. He always has sauce to him. He always has aura to him, bro. I remember a panel when he was on a bear in the snow. Bro, there's not a single panel of Doom that's not tough. Even when he's taking an L, not a single panel where he's not tough. I can attest to that. Panel, even in the animated shows, movies, it don't matter, bro. He's always tough.
Like, if you're sitting on a throne, there's no way you're not the coldest person in the room. What also adds to Doom's mystique is how Doctor Doom is one of the Marvel villains who can have multiple versions of himself with his Doom bots. There are so many times when the Fantastic Four are thinking they're fighting the real Doom and struggling to defeat him until they realize they're not even fighting the real Doctor Doom. They're fighting a literal bot.
Bro, I think he's Ultron.
Makes
Yeah,
it almost
the fuck outta
impossible
here.
to tell if you're fighting the real Doctor Doom until you actually defeat him, which just adds to him seemingly feel like he's an unkillable villain. Which is why I'm so curious to see how they do Doctor Doom in the MCU, because it seems like they're trying to do an Infamous Iron Man, which has a pretty cool design, but I'm kind of iffy on because I'm not really too sure if anyone really even cares about Infamous Iron Man. Like, no one even heard about Infamous Iron Man before Robert Downey Jr. got announced to play Doctor Doom. And I'm not trying to throw hate to Infamous Iron Man, but it just shows you that the original Doctor Doom is this far more superior, where you hear about original Doctor Doom every single point in time, but you've never really heard of Infamous Iron Man. And the only reason Infamous Iron Man is even known is because he's just another version of Doctor Doom, which just shows you that Doctor Doom is so cool that if you just make a watered down version or another person as Doctor Doom, they seemingly feel more cool because they're like Doctor Doom. But they are making a Fantastic Four movie, and I hope that they make a more faithful Doctor Doom in that movie.
Yeah, about that. About that. Bro, no spoilers here. But man, oh man. If you were expecting Doctor Doom, I mean, this happened 11 months ago. So yeah, obviously we all know Doctor Doom is not in the movie. It's Galactus. You feel me? And then if you're expecting Doctor Doom, all I can say was that end credit scene, that shit was trash. Yes, overrated. Trash. To the video.
Because he is so cool with his Doom bots and being the king of Latveria that if Iron Man was Doctor Doom, it wouldn't be as cool. So hopefully they do a real Doctor Doom right, because he is so iconic and one of Marvel's best villains. And they haven't really done him justice yet in movies, so I can only hope that the Doom in the MCU at least does Doom some justice, because he is him. But there are so many great Doctor Doom moments that I can go on and on about.
That just reminded me of Cooler from Dragon Ball. What the hell?
He is him. But there are
Bro, in the middle of the blast said, boom. That reminded me of Cooler from Dragon Ball, bro. The Revenge of Cooler movie, bro. When Goku hit the Kamehameha with the Kaioken, Cooler dove in that shit, got out of the shit, and boom, Goku, bro. That shit was tough.
So many great Doctor Doom moments that I can go on and on about, but I would like to know what is your personal favorite Doctor Doom moment from the comics or for maybe the movies. Mine will always be Doctor Doom ripping out Thanos' spine because it's such a cool moment. So let me know what is your favorite Doctor Doom moment down in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe, because 99% of the people who watch me aren't subscribed. So don't be that 99%, be that 1%. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope to see you guys next time. Later, hater.
Alright, with the video ending now, let's get to the meat and potato of things. I don't know my favorite Doctor Doom moment. Doctor Doom just so goated all the time, everywhere. That's like, it's hard. I was reading Blood Hunt the other day, and I know that's the comic where he becomes a Sorcerer Supreme at the end. I don't know how he does that, but I'm not gonna lie, that fit with the Sorcerer's cape, that shit is tough. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, guys, that's Doctor Doom and why he's the best villain of all time. And do I agree with that? Maybe not. Nah, I agree with that. I fucking love Doctor Doom. All I know is he's top 3 for me. Do I know my other 1 and 2? No. But do you guys know your top 3? Let me know in the comments below. Anyways, guys, have a good day. I'm just on a spree of recording because I am gonna be gone 2 weeks from now. So I'm gonna be hella productive, hit hella videos. Y'all gonna see me spamming crazy. And Blade from Marvel Rivals is dropping in like 5 days, I think. He drops on the 8th, right? He drops on the 8th. So y'all gonna see Marvel Rival gameplay from me. You already know that. So I'm gonna catch y'all later. Have a good day. Peace.